Welcome. I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair. Today is the 17th, Monday, St. Patty's Day. Long live the Irish. Long live all of us. I have had a very troubling couple of months, as many of us have. Personally, my dog has been quite ill. She's been also the comeback queen, near death nearly 10 times, and then back and walking around doing okay. So that's been exhausting. And our country has been very ill, perhaps near death itself. We shall see. So, what do we do when our lives, personal and external, are so topsy-turvy, so desperately threatening? Oh, we have to center. We have to ground ourselves. We have to keep our feet on the ground and keep our center in our heart and not turn away, not be afraid. Don't go into that place of fear. We have to take very good care of ourselves. We have to stay hydrated because when we don't, we become more fearful. When the body experiences scarcity of food, scarcity of water, scarcity of clean air, scarcity of companionship, we go into a state of lack, a state of fear. It affects our view of the world. It affects the way that we behave with others. It affects the way we think. It affects our vision for the future, if we have one. It even can affect the way we look at our past and frame the experiences that we've had. So it is very important at this time that we become strong-minded and even more strong-hearted. And to do that, we need to do the things that sustain us. We need to become a sustainer. Become a sustainer for those we love, for the ideals we love, for the country we may love, and for our friends and for ourselves. One night a week ago, when I was awake with my dog half the night, I could not sleep, not only because of her condition, but again because of the condition of our country. So in the middle of the night, what did I do? I made chocolate chip cookies. Could not go back to sleep, so I may as well do something. And yeah, it's comfort food, and sometimes comfort food is a good idea. And yet we have to stay balanced. A balance between comfort and a balance between what is truly healthy for us. So there's emotional health, there's physical health, and one affects the other. If we're not taking care of ourselves physically, if we're not getting the rest, if we're not eating the right foods, if we are not drinking enough water, clean, clear water, it's going to affect our mental health. And if we're not eating at the right time of day, if we're going too long without eating. So again, I implore you to take very good care of yourself. There's a lot of emotional exhaustion, mental exhaustion, and physical exhaustion right now. And people are fearful, and it's understandable because of the very unjust practices that are taking place in our country right now. I see a whole lot of spiritually ill people at the helm of this nation right now. There's a lot of hubris. If you happen to know what that means, it is acting as though one is God. It is an arrogance of human nature. And we're suffering for it. Our freedoms are suffering for it. The things that we took for granted are suffering for it. The freedoms, the ability to speak out, the ability to move through this country and even into other countries. All these things are becoming called into question. We are not welcomed all over the world anymore. Our policies are not welcomed. Current policies are not welcomed anymore. Our country has lost face on the world stage. We have lost respect. And to have a bully in the seat of the loudest voice in the House, we are no longer someone to be friends with as a nation. We no longer have those allies that had our back because they know now that we don't have their back. So we are at a turning point, and it is a dangerous precipice to be standing on. Are we going to fall into tyranny? Are we going to resist it and push the tyranny off the cliff? We have work to do. And to have this be happening in 2025, when most of us recognize the patterns that are being used and employed by this administration, patterns and practices of terrorism, domestic terrorism, we need to recognize very clearly the steps that are being made to erode our freedoms, our security, and to not step down, to not give those over willingly, to not comply, to make a loud noise, to endorse what our values are, to embody what our values are, to be strong in who we are, and not let the externals, the threatening externals, to move us off of that center. So take good care of yourselves. You know, sometimes that means appearing a day late for something that you would have rather showed up the day before for. Sometimes it means turning off the alarm and sleeping in a little bit. Sometimes it means going to bed super early. Obviously, I'm the one who needs the rest. But it also means reaching out to someone that we care about, checking in on them, and deciding for yourself who you are and who, as a nation, we want to be. And if bully is the answer to that question for you, I feel sorry for you. I don't believe that anyone watching this would conclude that, but really, I don't know. Because being a bully is coming from a place of weakness. When you are strong within yourself, you can afford to be gentle, you can afford to be kind, you can afford to not react when someone else insults you. Unfortunately, we have an insecure individual in the White House and in the seat of the presidency, one who is compromised, one who is not above belittling behavior, bully actions, and he's a very poor role model. So, and he wouldn't be there if it weren't for the corruption in our own system across the country that apparently stole the vote for him. There's several different credible sources that have acknowledged the voter suppression that happened in 2024 before this election was complete. So here we are living with the results of that, living with the dishonesty that is inherent in so much of our country and our heritage. What is good is that the mask is off. We cannot hide from who we were and who we are as a nation. Yet there are so many good people, so many truly brave people, and respectable people, people that respect others, people that welcome others that are different from them. Our strength is in our diversity. And whenever someone tries to reduce that, to reduce us to lacking diversity, it will be a fragile power structure. It is a fragile power structure. Much damage can be done and is being done right now. But I do not believe that it will last. However, we all have to do our part. We have to speak out. We have to organize. We have to be in community with those that have love at the center of their beings. Because right now, it is a very heady thing that is going on in Washington. And the power is external, and external power will always be weaker than internal power. So, again, I just say, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of those that you love, and be who you truly are. Don't allow yourself to be compromised by fear, by mass hysteria, by questioning your own worth and value. I wish you a great week, or until I see you next. I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair. May you walk in beauty, with beauty before you, with beauty behind you, with beauty above, with beauty below, with beauty all around you, and within you may you walk. Till next time, thanks for tuning in, and blessed be.